Welcome back to another episode of the Live Better podcast by Centric Federal Credit Union. I'm your host and Centric social media and marketing specialist, Emma Baines. I'm so excited that you're here today. Every month, we post a new episode where I'm joined by a guest to chat about all things living better and finances. Subscribe today so that you never miss an episode. Today, we are joined by Sarah-Beth Gaston, who is a loan processor here at Centric, to chat about saving, gifting, and budgeting during the holiday season. Thank you for being here with us today, Sarah-Beth.
Thank you, Emma.
Before we get started, will you mind just telling our listeners a little bit about yourself and how long you've been at Centric?
I have lived in West Monroe my whole life. I went to college at Louisiana Tech right down the road, and so I've always been in this area. I have been with Centric for 3 years now. I started out at Pecanland as a CSR, and I've been a loan processor for 2 years now.
Okay. So the big topic right now, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, it's all right around the corner. So do you have anything planned for the holidays? Do you do anything special for Halloween or Christmas or Thanksgiving?
I change it up every year. I'm always traveling. So this year for Halloween and Thanksgiving, I will be in California. But I'll be back home for Christmas.
Look at you. Okay, so you got to tell me, what are you doing in California?
I'm in a long-distance relationship. So my boyfriend's stationed there. So I'm going out there.
Wow, that sounds fun. So my next question was, do you travel a lot? So you do travel a lot, is what it sounds like.
I'm constantly going somewhere. It just changes all the time.
Okay, well, that sounds like a lot of fun. I love to travel. So do you try to save when you travel? I'm assuming you fly a lot.
I fly a lot. So I use an app called Hopper.
Okay.
And you put in your destination and where you're leaving from, and it shows you the dates that are cheaper. And so I use that, and it will tell you when you should buy your flight.
Okay. So is it, I don't know because I don't fly a lot. Is it true that if the earlier that you book,
the better,
the cheaper your rate is? Is that how it goes? Okay. That's kind of what I figured. So do you have a lot of people to buy gifts for this year?
Not this year.
Okay.
I'm trying to be better about buying this year and save more since I have been traveling a lot, but I'm being real intentional on the gifts that I'm giving.
Yeah, that's good. I always have a lot to buy for. I always have more to buy for than I anticipate. I always remember when I'm making lists, oh yeah, so-and-so needs something too. And then the list just grows and grows and grows. And it does make it super hard to save. So I try to save a little bit, before Christmas. So I'm not just blowing all my money at once. But like I said, we have a lot of people to buy for. But so are you like me? You wait till the last minute to buy gifts, or do you try to plan it out and get stuff early?
I try to plan it out and get stuff early. I love the sales. I use an app called Rakuten.
Okay.
So I always get money back, and they pay out quarterly.
Oh.
So that's a good way to save. Sometimes you can get up to 15% back.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I need to look into that because when you're last minute like me, you don't have the luxury of shopping great sales because you just got to buy it right then. So I've heard of that. I need to look into that. Okay, so let's talk family and friends. So during the holiday season, do you have people come to you? Do you go to your family and friends? How does that work for y'all?
It's both. So for one side of my family, we get together on Christmas Eve, but we only go to one house. And we started doing this a few years ago where we call it the caravan. And so we go to each person's house in one night, and somebody does appetizers, and there's entree, dessert, and then we end with hot chocolate. And when we started it, we would go to Candy Cane Lane. So it would just be a way for all of us to get together and see how everybody decorated for the year.
Oh, that sounds fun. So what we have done is we have a lot of blended families in our family. So we're always all over the place, going to different houses for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And so what I would like to try to do this year is convince people to come to our house. So that way we're not driving all over the state. But that sounds like a lot of fun. So I know you said y'all would get together, and you said Candy Cane Lane?
Yeah.
So we usually do like fire pit, s'mores, little things like that the kids enjoy, just to kind of keep them outside, and it gets so loud and crazy in the house when there's kids running around everywhere. So that's kind of like the traditions that we have. Do y'all have any other family traditions for the holidays?
We either do that or we'll go to Crowley Park and look at the lights. And there is also a house out behind CenturyLink, and they do the music.
Oh, you're right.
They have a Facebook page for it too.
We did that. We did that last year, but we just moved here a few months ago, so I want to take the kids to Crowley Park for the holidays this year, because that's something we haven't done.
There's also a house. It's by the Arkansas Road location, and they decorate every year, and the owner is outside dressed up, and he passes out candy canes.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot of fun too.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that, because I don't know all the secrets yet. I'm still learning stuff. Okay, so with money being as tight as it is for everyone right now, people are struggling. I wanted to talk a little bit about the different savings accounts that we have here at Centric. So can you touch a little bit on our youth savings account?
The youth savings account is for members that are younger than 18 years old, and it also earns dividends like our regular savings account. And we also have a Sprout Saver for kids less than 8, and if they make a deposit of a certain amount, they'll get a stamp on our punch card, and then they can enter to win a quarterly drawing.
Okay. You know, since I'm in the marketing department, you know I love Sprout. He's the coolest. So the other account I wanted to talk about was the Vacation Better account. Can you tell our listeners a little bit about that?
The Vacation Better account is a savings account that we have at Centric, and you save your money all year, and then the first week of April, it gets released into your savings account. And it helps you save because there is a penalty if you withdraw the funds before then. It is $15. So it's an incentive to save.
Right, to help you keep building it up before you pull from it. And I mean, I know it would be good to do it all year, but even if you started right now, for those who didn't know about it, you could still have a good bit in there by April. So let's talk about the Santa Saver account, because it is getting close to Christmas. How does that work?
The Santa Saver is very similar to the Vacation Better account, and it releases the funds in October. So they have already released for this year, but it's a great time to start it for next year, and you can always set up an automatic transfer to it. That way, every time you get paid, for example, it would automatically transfer those funds to your Santa Saver. Okay,
and am I right that these accounts have no service charge? Is that right?
They're completely free, except if you withdraw from the Santa Saver or Vacation early.
That's awesome. Is there anything else you wanted to add before we wrap this up?
Our Visa cards have rewards.
Okay, yeah.
And so you can redeem the points online, and you can redeem that for a gift card.
Okay.
That would be a great Christmas gift, or you could use those funds to buy someone a gift.
You're right. That's good. Good to know. Thank you so much, Sarah-Beth, for being here today. I hope all of our listeners were able to learn different ways to budget and save to prepare for the holidays. Thank you for listening to our podcast, and tune back in next month for another episode of the Live Better podcast by Centric Federal Credit Union. Don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform, and to ensure you never miss out on helpful tips. Like us on Facebook at Centric Federal Credit Union, and find us at MyCentric on Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, and YouTube. You can find information about today's topic, our monthly blog, and more at mycentric.org. Centric is federally insured by the NCUA.